Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. You could tell it's definitely Christmas time because, well, I basically got two surprise packages today. One, he actually told me he sent me a package, and that would be Washington State Picker. Well, I knew that one was coming, and then this one was a total surprise. I didn't know that Cameron Dunn was sending me anything. So, being a perfect Christmas time, I want to do two videos back to back here. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys, today's the 19th. You won't be seeing these videos until the 20th, because I won't have time to get them edited. But here we go. Let me go ahead and put Cameron's aside for now, and we'll do that in the next video. And we'll do Washington State Pickers. He just purchased some of my pinning trays recently. Was really pleased with them. So, and that being a thing said, I know I've already filmed some videos announcing that I'm going to be selling some of my 3D printed stuff, but I've not aired them yet. So I have finally decided to start selling some of my 3D printed stuff, folks. Right now, the only things that I am selling is, and I got one right here, is my folding version 3 pinning tray. And this one's just done with a black and white fleck 3D filament. But I've got several of them printed up in a few different colors, and they'll be ready to ship soon. But I'm actually going to hold off on that until after the new year, because I've got to replace the nozzle on my good printer, on my better of my two printers, before I can really get back into that again. So, yes, I am going to start selling them, but I got to replace the nozzle first, and I just haven't had time due to the holidays. So, that being said, let's go back to this package from a Washington State Picker. And, buddy, I really, really appreciate you sending me a bunch of locks to pick on. So, let's go ahead and take a look and see what you stuck in here. All right. I see this one right off the bat, but I'll pick it again. I have picked this one. It's called Witness of an Accident by Potty 314. It's actually a pretty fun little lock. It's got a little bit more going on than some other WC or Potty locks go, but should be a fun one to pick. Again, this was Almost Factory by Washington State Picker. So, that's an Almost Factory. It's an old Corbin, wide open keyway, 5-pinner. He probably hadn't done anything to the top of it just by looking here. I don't see telltale signs of him removing that plate and going in from the bottom and tapping it. So, that's one of the things you guys can look at right away when you get a challenge lock. You can inspect them, see if that top's been messed with, see if the bottom's been messed with. Sometimes you'll even see where people file away parts of your warding or front of the keyways to make it harder to put a tension wrench in. But those are some clues you can look at to gauge a challenge lock before you pick it. But that should be a fun one. And this one is Asmodeus. And once again, Ruby is talking to us. So yeah, Asmodeus, also by Washington State Picker. So another awesome challenge lock to give a try. This one is kind of a reverse Schlage almost. It's a little bit. Oh, it's a Sergeant keyway. Okay, I see. Yeah, it's a Sergeant bow on that key. I just don't know exact keyway that is. I guess it's, yeah, maybe it's an LA. Oh, it actually says it on the key right there. Yeah, LA keyway. So, Asmodeus by Washington State Picker should be another fun one. Mycotoxin by Washington State Picker again. Man, you're making words that are hard for me to pronounce, buddy. And that one is a Schlage style keyway. Not a Schlage lock itself. It's definitely an off-branded Schlage, probably maybe Arrow or something. Oh, yeah, the key actually says Arrow on it. So But there we go. It should be another fun one to pick. Sober day. Everybody needs a sober day every once in a while. I have more than my fair share of them. It's a Schlage keyway. 6-pinner maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-pinner maybe. Hard to tell without taking it out of the bag. But another one from West Coast, or not West Coast Picks, Washington State Picker. And this one is... Okay, there we go. Ting Tong by Ting Tong, number 4. So I've definitely not seen this lock at all. So it's 2 Euros smashed together here in the middle, probably glued together somehow. But that should be a fun one to look at because I have definitely not seen this one. Very, very cool. DSO 6P. Oh, dollar short of a 6-pack. I've been called that before, and this one's by Average Picker. I'm actually working on the design on something for Average Picker, and I just haven't quite finished it yet before I emailed him. And I know I haven't responded to his email, and he's probably thinking, oh, that bastard Trek, he hasn't responded to my email. I'm actually working on it, buddy, but I was going to respond when I got it done, and I just got sidelined by a bunch of things. But Average Picker should be a fun lock. I've not seen that lock. Man, there's a ton of locks here. And this one's Proverbs 2717 by Washington State Picker. And that is a kind of an odd keyway. I can't really say what it is. It's almost like a Y1, maybe. It's really wore out. That should be a fun one. Pissant by Washington State Picker. Oh, and these could be tough, too. Sometimes these large format cores turned into challenge locks can be absolute bastards to pick. And with that bidding on that key, this one might be a toughie. So we'll have to see about that. All right, so we got a yard sale from Fast Charlie, another Hoosier picker. He only lives a few hours away from me, but we still haven't met up. But should be another fast lock. I have not seen this one. Not a bad bidding by Fast Charlie. And Salad by Washington State Picker. Another LA keyway. Pretty radical bidding. The first one's way up tall here. And then some deep cuts and high cuts all over the place. I know these Sergeants make great challenge locks, folks. I mean, they can make really, really tough ones. And the ones that give you tons of really nice clicks and feedback. Or they could just go the complete opposite way if you modify the holy crap out of them. They could just turn into plain devils. I've got a Schlage here. It's called Psalm 23:4 by Washington State Picker. I'll have to look up what these, what Psalm 23:4 is, because I don't know. Along with the other one over here, what was it? No. Can I find it? Proverbs 27:17. I don't know what either one of those are off the top of my head. But I have to look both those up and maybe put the quotes in the videos when I pick them. So there we go. And I think that's all of them from Washington State Picker. Man, that is a ton of locks. I think I finally just cleaned out a spot in my bin over here that I can fit all these in. So you're definitely sent me enough locks, man. You're going to have your own spot in my box for a while. Man, I really appreciate these, and we're already 10 minutes into the video. Let me go ahead and try to pick one of these and see what we can do. I know Ruby's not wanting me to pick one because she's like, I just want your attention. I've been gone all day, just get home from work. run a couple errands, get back, and I'm not paying attention to her. I'm sitting here picking locks. But she'll have me for the rest of the night, won't she? Okay, that's in there nice and tight. I should be able to fit a nice fat 50 thou pry bar in there. Maybe one even fatter. Oh yeah, my homebrew fits in there nice. And that's a really fat one. So, let me scoot some stuff out of the way, reach over here and find some picks. Let's start out with this guy. He's one of my swoop picks. Nothing on one. A couple clicks off two, went into a deep faucet. I got counter on 3, but I'm going to skip it. Nothing on 4. Nothing on 5. So back to 1. If I could stay on it. Counter rotation. There's a click. Nothing on 2. Strong counter on 3. Okay, there's a click. Nothing on 4. And I've got counter on 5, but this hook doesn't have enough reach to get that. So let me grab one of my steeper hooks. Give it a nice push. Too much of a push. And wound up resetting the lock here. So let's go back in. Get nothing off of 1. A couple clicks off of 2. Counter and a click off of 3. Nothing off of, let me try that again with 4. Counter rotation on 4. Real slight counter. Oop, come back and I bumped 2 and I felt counter, so let's give it some love. Ruby, be quiet please. I'm filming a video. Yes, sweetie, I'll be with you in a little bit. That didn't do anything. So let's drop some pins down and go back at it. Man, I just get to a point and I just lose all feeling. Now, the funny thing is, Ruby will come back in here in a minute, and she'll be holding the ball. Then she'll start flinging it around on her own, and she might throw it up on the desk. Huh. Oh. Yeah, even this tension tool's not wanting to stay in there real good. We got a fighter here, folks. And I know I'm probably blocking part of the picking with my thumb, so let me just try to hold that out of the way. Okay. The first 3 pins set. Number 4 is just stiffer than all get out. And number 5, I get it past the shear line and it just decides to just scoot right on up there without clicking. Well, I flung the tensioner out. I don't know if I dropped any pins in the process. Let's check some. Yeah, I may have dropped pin 3. I think I dropped pin 1. Yeah, definitely dropped pin 3. I think 5 is my only victim, if I'm lucky. Let me stick it in there and try to repurchase here again. There we go. Whew. That was a lot of back and forth there. That was a fun lock. It almost took me as long to pick that as it did to unbox the package. So, awesome lock, Washington State picker. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what you stuck in here. Okay, I need a little Phillips screwdriver, which I think I've got right here. Well, Ruby wants to see what's inside of it too. She's trying to climb up on my lap as I'm doing this. Okay, that is the smaller size, I believe. All right, so definitely a 5-pinner. Even though the core has 6 holes in it, but the 6th hole is undersized, almost like the size of a best pin. So let's dump these out and see what WSP stuck in here. Okay. No modifications to the core. It is all stock. Okay. So let's look at these top pins. Or pull these top pins out, then we can look at all the pins all at once. He looks like he did a pretty nice job on these pins too. Okay, I have got a spool. Got a serrated. And no spring with that serrated. I've got a spool. And either the spring's just hung up in there or there's no spring. Oh, yeah, the spring was in there. There it is. And there's a serrated. And there's the spring for it. Let's flip this around to pull the back one out. And we've got a spool. These look like all factory security pins. But they definitely hung up in that lock just right to make me play a lot of ping pong there. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a good look at these pins. For the drivers, they're all look like factory security pins with a spool, a serrated, a spool, a serrated, and a spool. So nice variation there. But the key pins, they all look homemade. So I got a serrated spool for 1, a multi-serrated for 2, a serrated for 3, a serrated for 4, and a serrated for 5. So awesome lock, and thanks for that massive bunch of locks that's in this box now. I really appreciate it. Washington State Picker, thank you very much, sir. It's awesome. Everyone else, please stay safe. Don't do anything illegal. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And be tuning back in for tomorrow for the unboxing of the box from Cameron Dunn. So everybody, have a great one.